Hello, it's Volatile, and welcome to a Minecraft lore video. Today I'll be covering the creepypasta regarding Herobrine, one of the most popular creepypastas in all of gaming. So to understand this creepypasta better, we have to go back to the beginning where it all began. Let's get right into it with our first chapter, White Eyes. July 31st, 2010. A user by the name of Flaky posted a story on the Minecraft forum that was apparently copied from a post on 4chan. The story is about a player who's encountering supernatural activities coming from a mine. The player describes torches going missing, strange ambient noise that sounded like whispers, and overall a strange weird pull that the mine was emitting, as if the mine was somehow alive. The story eventually escalates to a point where the player finds a disc inside of a chest. Shortly after, the player encounters some more weird shit, which causes the player to abandon the mine once more. The story again progresses where the player heads back to their house in search for diamonds to make something that could potentially play the disc. They make their way through the door that separated their house from the mine. As they enter the mine once more, they quickly grab the diamonds from the chest. But out of curiosity, the player decided to take one more look down at the mine, and that's where they saw it. I slowly poked my head down. It was dark. Nothing could be seen, except for two white dots next to each other, like eyes. Eventually, the player created something that could play the disc, and upon hearing it, the player described it as the sound of 1,000 dying miners. In the post, there is a link to a video, potentially referencing the white eyes. The video is a still photo of a dark cave with what looks to be white eyes staring at the player in the bottom left, with the music disc 13 playing in the background. The following day on August 1st, a user by the name of Herobrine posted a thread recounting a myth. The myth was about people reporting seeing white pixels whenever the ambient cave sounds would start to play. In that thread, Herobrine would also link the same video. So why are these two posts important? Well, they are the first known instances of Herobrine. Herobrine is a paranormal being with strange powers, and the main story I covered mentioned strange paranormal stuff happening. Not to mention the white eyes, which of course one of Herobrine's signature traits are those white eyes. So these posts are potentially the first instances of Herobrine ever existing. The story White Eyes began spreading throughout the Minecraft forum, potentially being popularized by the post I just covered. Eventually in August, a modified version of the story would give birth to Herobrine. On August 24th, a modified version of the story turned the white eyes into a default player with whited out eyes. The story is fairly similar. The player mentions paranormal stuff happening, with a little bit of a change. The paranormal stuff around the world seems to be man-made structures. The story mentioned a strangely formed stone staircase leading down to a perfectly flat diagonal hallway, as if it was player-made. Eventually in the story, the player gets attacked. As the player turns around, they are met with what they see as the source of all the trouble. It's a player model. I'm on single player, disconnected from the internet for the past hour. I have a custom skin, however, it's the default player model, only with whited out eyes. Now, before August 19th, a similar story surfaced where the familiar white eyes was changed to Herobrine. No one knows the exact origin of the story, with the earliest known instance being from a comment in a Minecraft forum thread on August 30th. Now, this story should look very familiar to a lot of you, since it's the most popular Herobrine origin. The story starts with the player spawning into a new world. I had recently spawned a new world in single player Minecraft. Everything was normal at first as I began chopping down trees and crafting a workbench. I noticed something move among the dense fog. I have a very slow computer, so I have to play with tiny render distance. I thought it was a cow, so I pursued it, hoping to grab some hides for armor. It wasn't a cow though. Looking back at me was another character with the default skin, but his eyes were empty. I saw no name pop up, and I double checked to make sure I wasn't in multiplayer mode. He didn't stay long. He looked at me and quickly ran into the fog. I pursued out of curiosity, but he was gone. I continued on with the game, not sure what to think. As I expanded the world, I saw things that seemed out of place for the random map generator to make. 2x2 tunnels in the rocks, small perfect pyramids made of sand in the ocean, and groves of trees with all their leaves cut off. I would constantly think I saw the other player in the deep fog, but I never got a better look at him. I tried increasing my render distance too far whenever I thought I saw him, but to no avail. So from this point on, the player headed over to the Minecraft forum to ask around about the mysterious figure. Although the forum threads they created kept getting deleted, they eventually received a message from a user named Herobrine containing the word stop. The story progresses to a point where the player comes in contact with another user who has a small directory of people who have also seen the strange phenomena, including the mysterious figure. About a month passed, and the user finally hears from their informant once more. They have looked into the name Herobrine, and after some further information gathering, it was revealed to be the brother of Notch, the game's developer. In the story, the user messaged Notch asking if he ever had a brother, and Notch replied, "I did, but he is no longer with us." From this point, the player hasn't seen the mysterious man since their first encounter. The only evidence they had was a photo. The image shows the player staring out into the fog, with a default skin with whited out eyes staring back. So at this point, a question might be popping up in your head. Is any of this real? Does Herobrine actually exist? Well, let's talk about it. The story I mentioned earlier has a few similarities with this one. The default skin with whited out eyes, the man-made objects found around the world. It makes you think, since the origin of this story surfaced sometime before August 19th, is there a chance that this story was inspired by that one? And if it was, then there's a good chance this story is fake. Well, I think it is. You see, Goaty, the user that posted the Herobrine story, also posted a comment that says, "Well, up until the wide-eyed player character, the story is 100% true. If you must know the truth, it was just a skeleton that shot the arrow, not some ghost thing. So is it real? Is it fake? I don't know." And when we have a look at the famous Herobrine story, there's a part of it that doesn't add up, and it has to do with Notch having a brother. Notch, the creator of Minecraft, tweeted out that he never had a brother. Herobrine isn't real in any way. "No, I never had a brother. Well, there's a half-brother I never meet, and he's not in the game." So, Notch confirms that he never had a brother. Well, he has a half-brother, but he isn't in the game. And this is Notch, so everything he tweets is valid. Oh wait, what the fuck? Now, regardless of the holes in the story, this didn't stop Herobrine from going mainstream. And there's one person who helped make that happen. Let's talk about Brocraft. So, Brocraft Streams was a channel ran by Copeland and his friend. Now, Copeland is a very important figure to the Herobrine lore, since his streams propelled Herobrine into popularity. Copeland came across Herobrine's story on 4chan and took a liking to it. He would edit Herobrine into screenshots and show it off to his chat, and after getting a fair share of good reactions, he would decide to stage a hoax. Copeland would change the texture of a painting to display Herobrine. He then will place that painting in an unfinished room in his house, with a plan to show it on stream. On August 30th, Copeland would boot up his stream and play on his world as he normally would. Everything seemed fine, as Copeland would specifically avoid that unfinished room. Until 20 minutes and 45 seconds in, when Copeland knew it was time.
We just call him him.
I'm loading up Minecraft.
I've just been calling it him. He's mad that I destroyed his house, so he set it back to the way it was. Because he keeps changing my skin back to the regular skin. Told you guys. Him, he is him.
He entered the room and saw the painting. He would then scream and run out of the house. Shortly after he would end stream, he pretended to be shaken up in the chat, and later would post a message on the forums, leaking the video in hopes to get similar reactions. After a while, Copeland would remove the textures on the painting, he would continue to stream and act scared, and he announced that he would delete the world to never meet Herobrine again. So with the help of Brocraft, Herobrine soared through the sky. How big did he get, you may ask? Meme status big. Herobrine was everywhere. Numerous screenshots came about, Herobrine artwork, Herobrine animations, constructions, mods, toys, not to mention the amount of videos. Countless videos of Herobrine were created, with the earliest being the same day as the live stream. I found Herobrine Pocket Edition, the Herobrine Minecraft parody, the rise of Herobrine, who is Herobrine, top 5 Herobrine sightings in Minecraft, Minecraft Herobrine live action, Herobrine vs Notch, Cursed Taco Thief, Herobrine versus girl, cute story? Herobrine plus Alex equals perfect couple? Help Herobrine impress his girlfriend. Minecraft Jennies call up Herobrine. Oh wait, what the fuck? Okay. We're getting off topic. This is supposed to be a scary video. So. Herobrine would reach hundreds of millions of views throughout the years, making Herobrine an icon in the Minecraft community. But the question still stands. Does Herobrine actually exist? Well, in order to solve the answer, I decided to take it upon myself. So I found a Herobrine seed, I loaded up a new world, and once I spawned in, I immediately grabbed some essentials. With my iron sword in my hand, and in my drive to uncover this mystery once and for all, I was off like a pack of geese, as I began my adventure to find Herobrine myself. So if I were to search for Herobrine, where would I start looking? And I thought to myself, where was Herobrine first spotted? Well, the first screenshot was in the woods, so I decided to head over to the forest biome and start looking. Since the screenshot was taken during the day, it didn't really matter if it was day or night, so as soon as I found a forest, I began my search. And I found nothing. No weird man-made objects, no leafless trees, and since my PC was able to handle a good render chunk, I didn't have the fog cluttering up my view distance. I even built a Herobrine summoning altar, but still no Herobrine. After searching for a while, I lost a bit of hope, and that's when I realized this wasn't the first Herobrine image. If you think about it, the first image was taken in a cave, the white eyes. So if I were to search for Herobrine, I would have to head underneath. So with that new perspective, I immediately started looking for the biggest cave, and eventually I found it. Now this cave was weird. It felt like I was being pulled towards it, almost as if I was staring into the abyss and it was staring back, telling me to take the plunge. I grabbed my torches and still wielding my sword, I headed down into the unknown. As I made my way through the cave, there was nothing out of the ordinary. A few mobs, a few ores here and there, the usual cave biomes, but eventually as I made my way deeper, I thought I hit a dead end until I found a small opening between the rocks. As I made my way through, I found myself in a strange place. An even bigger cave, but something about it seemed off. There were these huge stone pillars, almost as if it was made by someone. Then in the distance, I thought I saw a shadowy figure move through what appeared to be a mine shaft. Could that have been something? Was that him? As I prepared to make my way towards the mine shaft, I slowly made my way down, feeling as if I was leaving everything behind, letting this mystery consume me whole. I eventually reached the mine shaft and it seemed normal at first, until it wasn't. It seemed to go on forever. There it was, below me and above me. Eventually, I saw the shadowy figure again. I immediately started chasing after it. Every time I would turn the corner, I would barely see it. I ran and ran until eventually I stumbled across a dead end. With nowhere to run, I started heading back. Then I heard something. I turn around slowly and walk back towards the dead end. Once I look up, there I see it. Right among the character venting! Okay. Seriously, no, I didn't find Herobrine. This is a very long mystery and a random Herobrine seed isn't gonna help anybody. But the question still stands, does Herobrine exist? Well, I don't think Herobrine ever existed, but thanks to the wonderful Minecraft community, he does now, and he always will. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!